back, dear children. We were in the last topic, and this is single use and durable use goods. Single use good refer to those products whose life is very short and can be used only once. Example is that of steel or flour atta. Once you use, they get from steel. When you make an almirah, that steel is over, finished. You cannot use again and again. Like atta, you bring, you make dough and make chapati, and then atta is finished, flour is finished. You cannot bring that atta back again. But durable use goods refer to those which can be used for a long time and they have a very long life. Like that example is hammer and a tractor. Hammer, you use it for several days, several months, it don't get exhausted. Tractor will come till a given plot of land, and the following day it will again come and will tilt another plot of land. It does not get exhausted. So these are the durable use goods. So children, I have given you this concept for this class. We have come to know about the different types of goods and services in our subject called economics. Now next topic will be the consumption and utility. So the next topic now, dear children, is 2.4, and the topic is consumption. Consumption is the act of using a commodity for the purpose of satisfaction, and its definition is the act of using goods and services in order to satisfy human want is called consumption. So at this moment, the meaning of consumption is little different in economics than in other subject. Consumption does not mean to put into the mouth, chew and swallow it. That's not a consumption. Consumption means utilization, using any commodity so that you derive some benefit. So at this moment, as I am standing in front of this board, I am consuming the book because I am using it. I am consuming the board, and I am also consuming this marker. So I am a consumer and I am consuming all these commodity. So in economics, consumption means the act of using goods and services for the purpose of one's satisfaction. Now next topic is utility. Utility is the usefulness of any commodity. It is the want satisfying power of a commodity. Want satisfying power. Want satisfying power of a commodity is called utility. So utility is actually the usefulness. Okay, how much can something satisfy you, or how badly or how greatly do you require a commodity is called utility. Like the utility of a new television will be more, because the quality of the sound and the light may be different. Okay, the utility of a car, new car will be better, but as the car starts growing older, its utility decreases because the want satisfying power starts decreasing. Okay, more and more you consume, lesser and lesser utility you start getting from it. So that is called utility. So in short, utility is the want satisfying power of a commodity. Next topic is characteristics of utility. Characteristics of utility. So you have understood what is utility. Now dear children, I am going to explain you the characteristics of utility. Please get ready. So now we are going to discuss about the characteristics of utility. The first is utility is subjective. Utility is subjective means it depends upon the subject. Subject, I am a subject, you are a subject. Whether something is satisfying me or not depends upon that particular person. Something that may satisfy you may not satisfy me. I may be satisfied with you, but somebody may not be satisfied with you. So that is a utility is subjective. It is not absolute. So it is subjective in the sense that it differs from person to person. Next is utility is not measurable. This has a very high utility. That means it has a want satisfying power. It can satisfy my want or my need. But if I have to express the its power in terms of a number, I cannot. It is highly useful. I may say it's highly useful. It has a very high utility, but I cannot say percentage of utility or number. I cannot express that in terms of number. So this cannot be measured in terms of number. It is immeasurable, cannot be measured. Next is the utility is different from usefulness. Everything is useful if it does any good to you. Okay, so that is a main difference between utility and the usefulness is this. Liquor is not useful, smoking is not useful, but it will definitely satisfy the need of the person who likes drinking or who likes consuming or taking a cigarette. So it is not useful because it doesn't do any good to them, but it satisfies them, isn't it? So this is a you should understand the difference between utility is different from usefulness. Please don't get confused. I've said utility is the one satisfying power. Okay, now you take the example of taking cigarette, those people who does that, or taking liquor. It is not useful in the society or in the family, it does not do any good, but the person whoever consumes are satisfied. Okay, so that commodity is not useful, but that commodity has utility. That commodity is not good for society or family, so it is not useful commodity, but that commodity can satisfy the person who are used to taking it. Okay, so that has a utility for those persons. So it is different from usefulness. Utility and usefulness are not same. Next is utility is relative. Utility is relative because it differs from person to person. Somebody may get satisfied with a commodity, whereas the other person may not get satisfied. Okay, so it differs. It has a relation with different person in a different way. So that is a relative. It is not absolute. So that is relative. And the last one is no legal or moral connotation means the utility. Again, I will take back to you with the same example of the smoking. Smoking is not useful, but it has the utility. It will satisfy you, whether that satisfaction is good for your health or not, but it satisfies you. If somebody takes or smokes, then it may satisfy him, but that will be spoiling him, that will be damaging his interiors, isn't it? Like lungs, that will be it will be damaging. So that is not useful. It has no moral connotation. Whether it is doing good or harmful, or it is harmful, that does not matter. That does not occupy any place in economics, but it is satisfying him. So it has no moral connotation. It is not a moral science. It does not deal with whether it is good for that person or not, as far as it satisfies him. So our concern is whether it satisfies him or not. That is more important than the moral connotation, means whether it is good for him taking it or not. So these are the different characteristics of utility. So today we learned about the consumption, the concept, then utility, and the different characteristics of utility. You can now, dear children, we have come to end this class. In the next class we shall be discussing about the production. What you should do is refer to the exercises of this lesson and see the questions, check the question. Whatever questions you see which has been covered here, please start answering them, and later on I will ask you to submit it. So till then, we shall meet again next week. Take care and bye bye.